Welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations. On our last exciting episode, we found out that Lupin the Third and Zenigata have descendants. Oh, wait. Actually, we did get quite a bit done in the first day of investigation involving the missing sacred urn of Korean Village. And now we go further and deeper as we go into the courtroom, the first half of the courtroom drama in the stolen turnabout in Trials and Tribulations. Chapter Startle! October 13th, 9:36 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 4.
Hey, Nick!
What is it? Something wrong?
Nah, but did you see all the people here? It's crazy! Oh, look at this! I bought this Mask DeMasque publicity photo.
You bought that? Where?
I don't know, it's by the court out there. I wonder if these were sale. You know, I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff.
One moment. So what we get is a publicity photo stuck onto the court record.
Come on, I'm guilty! Throw the book at me! Don't scream me like that.
Oh, Mr. Wright, you made it! Yeah, I did, but it doesn't look like things are going to get any less ugly for you.
Because I did it! I'm the criminal! He's at it again. I sent the calling card to the Lordly Taylor, I admit it!
But you don't have the sacred urn, right?
Well, that's true, but that doesn't mean that I didn't commit the crime.
Normally when I say, of course you didn't, I'm being sarcastic, but yikes!
Anyway, I know that I'm guilty, so make sure to give me the guilty verdict, please!
Oh, there you are, Ronnie. Bonjour, sweetheart.
Oh, Daisy, honey, bonjour! Well, actually, I don't really know why I should be speaking French to you at a time like this.
Leave it all to me, Ronnie. I swear I'll protect you.
Well, you see, actually, the thief is me.
Can I tell you something, Nicky boy? I can guarantee that my Ronnie is innocent. If he's declared guilty, I'll be ever so cross with you. And she's saying this with a smile on her face.
Huey.
So, why are you smiling when you say it? Well, if you'll excuse me, I've got some errands I need to take care of. I'm counting on you, Nicky boy. Good luck. To be honest, I really don't know whether Ron is Mask DeMasque or not. But there's only one thing I am sure of. He doesn't have the sacred urn right now. Mr. Deloitte, it's time for you to enter the courtroom. For the time being, I guess I'll have to trust Desiree. October 13th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 6. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight. The defense is ready, Your Honor. What about the prosecution? Are you prepared to... What a stupid question. Oh, What did you say? Main screen turn on. Fine. Let me ask you then, Your Honor. Are you ready? Are you ready to pass judgment? No, I'm not! I will pass judgment after I hear arguments from both sides! Well, if you're not ready yourself, you shouldn't expect others to be. That's a rule to live by. Who are you? I am Godo, legendary prosecutor. I've never lost a case.
He's the one that Detective Acme was talking about.
Yes, your reputation precedes you. What kind of cases have you dealt with so far? Huh. None. What did you say? I've never prosecuted a case before. Never? But you said you've never lost before. Exactly. I've never lost. I've never won before either. Okay, so you call yourself legendary, but... You call yourself legendary, and you never won or lost anything before. You're redefining the word legendary in your own mind. Quite arrogant for a beginner, aren't you? Even the mightiest of redwoods begin their lives as mere saplings. Yes, but a mask in a court of law? Hey, justice is blind. Don't you know anything? No matter the man, we all wear masks, either on our faces or over our hearts.
This guy is the real deal, alright, Nick.
Why does it seem like all prosecutors are the real deal?
So we finally meet Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Nick, is he a friend of yours?
No, I don't have any friends that call me Trite. Just who is this masked man? Well, he sure as hell in the Long Ranger, that's for sure. The Lone Ranger, that's for certain. I've returned from the depths of hell. Yeah, so did Kenshiro. To do battle with you. Yeah, so did Kenshiro. Well then, Prosecutor Gobo. It's not Gobo, it's Godo, Your Honor. In any case, please give your opening statement. Opening statement, though things are not fit for even dogs to consume. I have only one thing to say before we start. To you, Mr. Trite. Well, what is it? Are you familiar with the saying, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link? I wonder how much you can withstand before you and your case break in two. Well then, let's hear from the first witness. My name is... No one has asked for your name, witness. The important thing is what you know, that's all. Start talking. We're listening.
Yes, sir.
Alright, witness, first let's hear about what you know about the thief that has stolen the urn.
Yes, sir.
Mask DeMasque crimes.
Mask DeMasque is a master thief that started his crime spree 6 months ago. He's so confident that he sends his calling card before he even commits the crimes. Yeah, it reminds me of Cat's Eye. This was his 5th heist, and as usual, he sent a card on to Lord Lee Taylor. His pattern is to always go after the most precious art pieces. That's why we're sure it was Mask DeMasque, sir. It fits his M.O. to a T.
So then the actual identity of this Mask DeMasque is Mr. Godo. You... One. We're in the middle of a trial here, Mr. Godo. Blacker than a moonless night. Hotter, more bitter than hell itself. That is... coffee. I'm sure you can grant me at least this much. Your Honor. Oh, please, proceed. Very well, it's only coffee after all.
What? You can't be letting him slide this early in the trial?
Dude, it's just coffee, dude. Proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Well, Nick, what are you going to do?
As long as I haven't brought up Mr. Delight's identity. All we can do is show that wasn't Mask DeMasque who stole the urn. Well, we just need to do the following. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what we're going to do is we're going to present the following. Objection! Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does. I don't see anything contradictory.
Really?
Oh. Okay, that didn't work. Objection overruled. Try to think before you make an accusation, Mr. Wright. Yeah, I screwed that one. I read a little bit too soon. Well, the thing is... Actually, this is what you're supposed to do. I read that wrong. My mistake. Actually, what we're supposed to present here is we're supposed to present this. Objection! Can I ask you a little something, Detective Gumshoe?
Just hearing the little in that question is making me nervous.
You said that he always goes after the most precious art pieces, right? And I'm so awesome I just caught my door with one hand. I am that badass. One moment. Nice. Sorry about that. Had to make that door stay open. Moving on. You said that he always goes after the most precious art pieces, right?
That's right, pal.
But there's one problem. That's not what he did in this case. The supposedly priceless urn doesn't exactly rise to the level of precious art.
What do you mean?
Nick, how can you say such a terrible thing?
No, I meant from a financial point of view. I mean, it wouldn't fetch a good price. Well, Prosecutor Godo, what is the value of that urn? The appraisers I spoke to said they couldn't attach a price to it. And I mean that in the worst sense. So in other words, it was not the kind of item that Mask DeMasque would normally go after! Ugh. If I understand you correctly, Mr. Wright, you're saying that the theft of the sacred urn was not the work of Mask DeMasque.
Yes,
That's what I'm saying. Actually, all I did was point out the contradiction. Argument made itself, but... Well, first of all, we need to get this issue cleared up. Was this last robbery the work of Mask DeMasque or not? What do you have to say about this, Mr. Godo? This coffee here is my own special blend. I call it Godo number 107. I'm trying to decide whether to cut down on the acidity or the bitterness. That's the only thing I've got on my mind right now, Mr. Wright.
What?
If you're really a man, you should clean up your own mess.
Sorry, but I don't get what you mean.
If you're saying it wasn't Mask DeMasque that stole the urn, then it must be someone imitating Mask DeMasque methods. A fake. A fake Mask DeMasque?
Fake DeMasque? That sounds so ridiculous, but I like it.
2. Now, before I decide on my coffee, I believe some proof is in order, Mr. Wright. Proof that the person who appeared at Lowly Taylor that night was actually fake. Though I don't approve of Mr. Godo's behavior, his point is valid. Mr. Wright, we're waiting. Looks like I'm going to have to prove it. I need proof that the person at Lordly Taylor that night was in fact fake DeMasque. Or pseudo DeMasque. Well, sir, I'll show you. This right here. Take that! The proof is right here. This looks like a photo taken by a security camera. But if you look closely, you'll notice something peculiar about it. Well then, why don't you go ahead and show us what it is? Go on, use the pointer and show us what about this picture is so peculiar. Oh, okay. So simple. So easy. Check that out. See where I'm pointing, which is the chest area? It's right about here. It's right here, of course. You mean Mask DeMasque? I have here a piece of reference I would like the court to take a look at.
Isn't that the publicity photo I bought this morning?
The problem I have with the security camera photo is the brooch on Mask DeMasque's chest. A brooch. A breach?
Here, bailiff! Get my steed, we'll need to retreat at once!
Wait, you have a steed?
When?
A brooch, Your Honor. It's a sort of for a clasp for holding one's cape on. A clasp.
I see now.
But the Mask DeMasque in the security photo.
Ah! He has no brooch!
That brooch is the same as the emblem on the Mask calling card and serves as a symbol. But the thief that broke into Lordly Taylor wasn't wearing a brooch. In other words, this Mask DeMasque is a fake!
I've been fooled again!
And I've been frozen today!
Oh, it's true. Undeniably true. Detective Gumshoe, how could you have overlooked this? I am sorry, sir. I don't know how I...
3. Hey now. If you're gonna have a pity party, invite me. too.
Mr. Godo, you deserve some blame in this too. How could you have overlooked such a large brooch?
The brooch you're talking about? Do you mean this?
Ah! That's Mask DeMasque brooch! Where did you find it?
Well, I've always had a good nose for evidence. I caught it at the crime scene. It was hidden in the shadow of a big female Buddha statue. Buddha statue? You must mean the Amy Faye statue.
Well, why didn't you tell me that? Why didn't you tell me about that, sir?
I always put evidence away in my pockets. Those must be some big pockets, man. After all, it's the safest place for crucial evidence.
This guy's one cool customer.
It's a little early to be shaken up, isn't it, little lady? That friend of yours left pretty little hickeys on there, too.
Hickeys?
Figuratively speaking, of course. I'm referring to Ron Delight's fingerprints.
What?
What? The defendant's fingerprints are on the brooch? Order! Order in the court! Mr. Godo, let's see that brooch!
I've grown attached to my metallic girlfriend here. Take good care of her. She, appears to have been torn off some clothing. There's a little bit of cloth left on the back. Obviously, there must have been a big struggle that night at the crime scene.
Uh-oh. Phoenix, we have a problem.
So we get the brooch at it as evidence. You mess with Godo, and you get burned.
He's been playing me like a violin.
Well, Judge, I'm about ready to call my next witness.
Huh? You done with me? But I haven't proved anything yet.
You're proving your own incompetence. That's good enough.
That doesn't sound good at all.
Bailiff, bring the next witness into the courtroom.
Finally, time for the ace detective to make his appearance. 1 second is one drip of the coffee pot. Let's hurry it up.
Shh! Silence!
Pimps and players? Now I see it's all becoming clear. What's clear?
Somebody! The truth has once again been eloquently revealed to me. What we have here is a judge and a prosecutor. A coffee maniac at that! Am I correct?
Well, yes, that's right. Not bad. Not bad at all. You're the first person that's ever been able to penetrate my secret veil. Well, Sir Prosecutor, let me introduce myself. My name is
Look at me! Ace detective and rising star, illuminating the heavens.
Boy, these two make a perfect pair.
They either be best friends or they tear each other's heads off. I've heard that on the night of the crime you were all alone on security detail.
You have had correct name. My specially made monocle is worth more than 100 Detective Gumshoes. If Detective Gumshoe was worth anything, that is.
Why was this guy all by himself anyway? There must be some reason, I'm sure of it.
Oh, well, then tell us what this special monocle of yours witnessed. What I witnessed. Douchebaggery.
It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Mask DeMasque, dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I woke, he was gone. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police.
So, you didn't get a clear look at the criminal?
My specially made monocle never misses a thing. However, that is limited to things that fall within my own visual range.
But of course, that's only natural. I fail to see why the witness seems so proud of his performance that evening.
Well, sir, time up. Let me explain. We are not speaking of any ordinary thief, but of the king of thieves!
Lupin the Third? Oh, wait.
The great Mask DeMasque, my arch enemy. That is where my instincts and my years of experience tell me.
Very well, proceed with the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Welp. I want to present something to you at statement number 4, sir. That in question that I want to present to you is this. Objection! Mr. Atme, could you take a look at this with that special monocle of yours?
Ha! This belongs to the criminal mastermind, my arch nemesis, Mask DeMasque. It is in point. A fact, Mask DeMasque's brooch.
It was found on the floor of the basement warehouse. I wonder how that happened.
Aha, elementary, my dear lawyer. Obviously, it wasn't glued on well enough.
Not quite. It clearly shows signs of having been ripped off a piece of clothing. Ripped off. Aha! We can only deduce that the thief struggled with someone that night. That's the only thing I can think of. And there's only one person that was in a position to have a struggle with the thief. The only person that was on security duty that night. You, Detective Atme! Detective Atme, you must have had thoughts with the thief that night. So, why did you lie in your testimony to the court? Witness, giving false testimony is a serious crime.
No! Wait just a moment, sir. Time out.
Don't talk to me like I'm living in a nursing home.
I just remembered, Your Honor. I was just confused because I've been dealing with so many cases lately.
The true measure of a man is in the amount of work he does. That's what I always say. Amen, Godo. Amen.
Nick, you can only handle one case at a time, isn't that right?
You talk too much. Witness, so are you now saying that you and the thief fought? Hold on, that's quite enough, Your Honor. Excuse me. 5. Save the big questions for the testimony. That's one of my rules.
Indeed, I understand. I, Luke Atme, agree completely.
Fight with the thief.
Indeed, it's true that I looked away for a brief moment.
Let me read that again.
Indeed, it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. However, look at me cannot be so easily discombobulated. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed the weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. A true gentleman fights only with his own fists, but they were not enough. His first blow struck true. BAM! And that's all she wrote.
So, in the end, you did catch a glimpse of Mask DeMasque.
Correct. It was during his third crime that he struck me from behind. It seems that my memory has become a tad jumbled, so to speak.
Well, that's certainly understandable. I myself always get confused about which testimony goes with which case.
That can't be good.
Well, there's only one thing that just don't sound right. And that's number 5. But I had to ask. Hold it! Can you tell us a little more about what happened?
My opponent was both powerful and vicious. You might say he was powerlicious.
Powerlicious?
I assumed the Atomy fighting stance, but a sudden flash of light blinded me. That, of course, was checkmate. My opponent had bested me.
What do I do now? Should I ask more about this? Atomy fighting style? What is this Atomy fighting style?
I'm sorry, but that's a trade secret. I really can't say anymore. But I suppose I can tell you if I absolutely must. The main thing is to put your back to the wall. That way no one can get behind you.
Really? That's it? That's the Atomy fighting style? Well, Mr. Wright, what about that testimony? Important. Of course it's important. We've learned a detective's secret technique, after all. Yes, indeed. I'll remember to use it if I ever take a walk alone late at night.
Why the heck is he eyeballing me like that?
It's creeping me out. Now then, witness. We'll go ahead and add that secret information to your official testimony.
I put my back to the wall to fight, but the thief's blow landed upon my third eye.
In that case, I had to present this. The 7-branch sword. Objection! Detective Atomy, your testimony is crumbling like a house of cards.
What fun this is, Sally. It truly is a pleasure to cross swords with you. And now, once again, you have thrown down the gauntlet at my armored feet.
I believe this is what you said yesterday.
No, the coward must have wormed his way in through somewhere besides the door. Then my arch nemesis struck me on the head from behind with this gruesome item here.
From behind, But just now you testified they struck you on the forehead. I hardly think you could forget where you were hit on the head.
It seems I've made another mistake.
Detective Atomy, that's not the only strange part of your testimony. What do you mean by that? For example, the very fact that you hid the calling card from the police itself is strange. It's almost as if you were afraid they were going to help with security.
And geniuses such as myself have always been misunderstood. How sad. That's wrong!
To err is human, to forgive divine. Humans aren't machines. They have souls, feelings. They live, they die, they love, they hate, and yes, they even make mistakes.
Hey, hold on! It's not as pretty as that!
Black coffee.
Really? Then what is it like, then?
Always chase a riddle down to the end. That's one of my rules. This is it. This might just be my chance to turn things around. Mr. Wright, what exactly is it that you're asserting? Very well, Your Honor. The defense asserts that Mr. Acme is Mask DeMasque. The answer is simple. It's all clear to me now. Detective Luke Acme's true identity is actually Mask DeMasque. Order in the court, Mr. Wright. What is the meaning of this? There are too many unnatural parts to Mr. Acme's story. He says he was hiding at the crime scenes, which is why no one ever saw him there. And then in his last case, he manages to outperform Detective Gumshoe and the entire police force to miraculously retrieve the stolen treasure.
That's because I analyzed the crime scene data and made an exquisitely elegant deduction. I picked the clues that the police overlooked in order to arrive at a...
Oh, please. The explanation is far simpler than that, Detective Acme. The truth is that you are, in fact, Mask DeMasque. Mr. Wright, this photo clearly shows Mask DeMasque. This security camera belongs to Lordly Taylor department store. You shouldn't have been able to manipulate it. He didn't need to manipulate it. He gained access to the warehouse under the pretense of providing security. Then he simply dressed as the thief and stole the urn. So the ace detective is actually an ace thief. Is this true, witness?
DeMasque M.O. is pure genius! And so am I, Luke Acme, ace detective! You're very clever to have come to such an conclusion. I am impressed, Sir Lawyer.
What? Witness, you're admitting it?
Now's your chance.
Yes, time to put the last nail in this guy's coffin.
Objection!
The hell? Godo Blend 102. My personal favorite. Mr. Godo! The ace detective is actually an ace chief. I smell a best-selling novel.
Yeah, why couldn't I come up with that one?
There's only one problem. It simply isn't true. But Mr. Godo, Mr. Wright, covered in coffee, has made some very strong points, and I will admit my opponent has woven a compelling narrative out of a whole cloth. But it is, in fact, nothing more than a patchwork quilt. Mr. Try It. If this detective really is the thief, then show us the proof of your claim. But it had better be as hot as... It better be as hot and as perfect as the coffee dripping down your face. Well, Mr. Wright, don't just stand there. This court would like to see this decisive proof you have quickly. Huh? Oh, yes, of course. What's the big rush?
Are you alright, Nick?
I'm sticky and I'm hot. Atme looks pretty rattled right now. I'd like to finish this right now if I can. But can I really do it? There's decisive evidence that proves Mr. Atme. Mr. Luke Atme is in fact Mask DeMasque. Has yet to be found! Proof? Of course, I've got nothing. Just what I thought. A man has to hold his head up high, no matter how bad things get, after all. I see. I thought perhaps you had some evidence to back up your assertion.
This is no good. I got to stay on the attack. I'll never get another chance to prove that this guy is the thief.
Don't give up, Nick. Think harder and try again.
It's no good. I'm just not ready yet.
But are you going to just give up and let us lose this?
It's how you've come to your senses, have you, Sir William?
I can't take away! I can't take away Carter's hair at all!
It seems the cloud of suspicion surrounding this witness has lifted. Mr. Godo, if you have anything further to add, then... Whoa! Who are you?
That doesn't really matter right now, does it?
Mr. Light, what are you doing here?
Nicky boy, the thing you've been looking for. I think I found it.
You mean that bag?
No, not the bag. What's in the bag? Well?
That's...
The sacred urn! Legacy urn!
Order! You! Madam! That urn, where did you find it?
You'll never believe it. It was in the office of Mr. Fancy Pants Ace Detective. Look at me. Oh, Jesse, you're the best!
And the sacred urn is updated. Well, how do you explain that one, Mr. Atme?
Even you are going to have a hard time weaseling out of this one.
Pathetic. Mr. Godo, do you have something you wish to say?
Yes, Your Honor.
It simply amazes me how quickly times changed. In the old days, a man was to be taken at his word. It's truly sad. You're still denying that Mr. Atme was involved. Before casting aspersions at Detective Atme, consider the young lady here. Your name is Desiree. Desiree Delight. Is that right?
Yes, what about it?
6! How charming. The lengths that a woman is willing to go to save her husband is truly inspiring.
But what are you insinuating?
As the wife of the criminal, you could have discovered that stolen urn anywhere. Including the office of the good detective here. So you found the urn. What does that prove? It certainly does prove where the urn was before you found it.
What? I just brought it here from the detective's office.
Please, madam. This town is already filled to the brim with lies. Any more could only compound the tragedy we have been witness to.
You're wrong. I would never do such a thing.
Miss Delight.
Please, Nicky boy, you've got to help me talk some sense into these people.
There must be some way. I've got to prove that urn was actually in I've got to prove that urn was actually in the Acme Detective Agency. Well, show some fingerprints. I can prove where the urn was by the fingerprints on it. Fingerprints, Oh, come now! Now you're really making me laugh, Sir Lawyer. Fingerprints, indeed. May I go on? Good. Now, it would be perfectly understandable if my fingerprints were on the urn. After all, it was I who was guarding the urn in the first place. In any case, I am always in the habit of wearing gloves, as you could see. So, unfortunately, my fingerprints wouldn't be evidence of anything. What about it, Mr. Wright? This witness fingerprints would mean nothing anyway.
Nick, what are you going to do now?
I've come too far to turn back now. Acme must have brought the urn back to his office yesterday. And there, I'm sure, someone must have left their fingerprints on it. The defense proposes that the fingerprints of this person should be on this urn. Me? What more can I say? This is my 3rd year as a young but skilled LPer and lawyer. So what is all this fuss about fingerprints anyway? Mr. Acme, do you recall the events of yesterday?
Hey, Nick, come on, open it up.
Hey, wait a minute. We can't just open his private property.
Oh, don't be such a funny daddy. This is an important investigation. Well, what's in there?
Hang on a sec. I'm taking it out now. Whatever it is, it feels kind of hard and smooth. Well, hello there. It's true that I didn't get a chance to look in the bag at that time. But I did touch what was inside. What? You touched it? And I remember it very well. It was smooth and hard. Well, then, that was just... Your Honor, I'd like the court to examine the fingerprints on that urn. If my fingerprints are on there, then it proves that the urn was in Detective Acme's office. Well, even if your fingerprints are on the urn, it still doesn't prove whit that they were put there, does it? Of course it does! What did you say? Not what I said. It's what Adrian Andrews, the person in charge of the exhibition, said. I polished it until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it look more valuable. If she polished it that much, she must have removed any and all fingerprints on it. And the only chance I had to get my fingerprints on it after that was yesterday at the Acme Detective Agency. Huh. This blend, Godo Blend 107. I decided. It's a little too bitter, after all. Order, order, order! I accept the defense request. Bailiff, take this on and...
Wait a moment, Your Honor. There's no need for that.
No need, you say.
Precisely. I already know Mr. Wright's fingerprints are on the urn.
What are you saying? Yes, I've finally broken him down.
Take a good look, everyone! Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown!
This guy is nuttier than fruitcake.
You see, it was me all along. I am the one and only Mask DeMasque. I hope you all enjoyed my little performance.
Look at me, you were playing with yourself, weren't you? And so, homie, if that didn't get on the recording, I'd be very, very pissed. Well, Mr. Godo, what's Mr. Admin's condition? He's still in the lobby, laughing insanely, Your Honor. I wish I could enjoy the joke as much as he seems to be. Well, looks like the matter has been settled. I came personally close to besmirching the record of the innocent young man. Besmirching him with this title thief.
Nick, you were right after all.
Yeah, I guess Mr. Delight really was the thief. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight. God damn it!
You're wrong! Wrong, I tell you! I mean, not exactly wrong so much, but clearly not right is what I was really trying to say.
Oh no, he's not. This can't be happening.
A thief. The sneaky, odious thief who's been stealing all the treasures. It's me. I'm him. I'm the one you want. I'm the thief, I tell you. So do it. Pronounce me guilty, please.
Shut up, Rick! I don't know what kind of a kangaroo court you all think this is, but the true identity of the thief has already been proven. Please hurry and pass judge.
What are you talking about? I already confessed. I'm the thief, I tell you.
7. Mr. Godo, don't just stand there drinking coffee! Hey there, Mr. Thief.
Yes, sir!
If you're really a man, then clean up your own mess.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I just don't have any idea what you mean.
If you are Mask DeMasque, then prove it. That's what it means.
Yes, sir. I'll be happy to. He says he'll be happy to, Nick.
It's kind of cute. He's 100% committed to his fancy. Good boy. Just remember one thing. A boy only gets one chance in his life to become a man.
I know that! I won't fail, I swear!
Okay then, talk. We're all listening. Oh well, let's all have a listen to this confession. Yes, about this mentality of a kangaroo court and all this kind of bullshit.
The truth is that I've been Mask DeMasque all along! I mean, you can't prove that I'm actually Mask DeMasque, can you? I don't have an alibi for the night that Ern was stolen after all. You know, I donned my costume that night and dancingly descended upon the scene of crime. Look, you can see right there in the photo. That's me. That's where my brooch I snagged on the door handle and it got torn off, that's all.
I don't like the direction this trial is taken. But this is how every trial goes, at least with me anyway. Huh. You're doing great.
Stop it, Mr. Godo. You're embarrassing me.
Like I said, you're only going to get one chance to testify, alright? But if you make it through this with flying colors, I'll keep my promise too. The best part of waking up is Godo in your cup. I'll make sure you stay locked up in prison as the one and only true Mask DeMasque.
Thanks so much, Mr. Godo. I'll do my best. Please, Phoenix.
Sound like Roger Rabbit all of a sudden. Alright, Mr. Wright, I'm afraid it's time for the cross-examination. Dude, I have something for you. You see this right here? Objection! Mr. Delight, this wallet belongs to you, correct?
Ah, yes, it does. I had lost it somewhere.
Mr. Wright, when you find the wallet, you should report it to the police right away.
No, you don't understand. This is an important piece of evidence.
Evidence? Mr. Delight, when did you first notice that you had lost your wallet?
Let's see. I think it was on the night of the crime. But I know I still had it when Desi and I went out for dinner.
This wallet was found at approximately 1 a.m. at KB Security Headquarters. What? Surely you're not serious? Yes, I am serious. This proves that Mr. Light was, in fact, at KB Security that night.
No!
So, if the defendant was at KB Security at 1 o'clock in the morning, then that proves he has a watertight alibi. Furthermore, considering the distance between Lordly Taylor and KB Security, it would take him 30 minutes to get there by car, according to Larry anyway. Well, Mr. Godo, do you have anything to say? And stop drinking that coffee! Come on, Mr. Thief. Don't let this guy beat you. Tell him why he's wrong.
You're the only one who calls me thief, Mr. Godo. Alright, I'll try. I'll do it. I will. He's really got Mr. Delight all worked up.
Yeah, he's like a kid at his first day of school. Yeah, that kid had Down syndrome. My apologies.
Look, it's just ridiculous. Why would I have dropped my wallet at KB Security? Someone must have planted it there to make it look like I was there and not the eyes. Planted it there? He's really reaching now.
Mr. Delight, you probably dropped your wallet when you took it out to use this, didn't you? The key card to the KB Security CEO office?
No!
That was a pretty good try, Mr. Wright. Unfortunately, you'll overlook one small thing.
What?
Motive, of course. Why would the thief go to KB Security in the middle of the night anyway? Well, Mr. Wright, it looks like you need some more evidence after all.
Ah, the stupid kid!
Now then, let's see your evidence. The evidence that show why Mr. Delight went to security, KB Security, at 1 a.m. that night. The reason why? Take that! Mr. Delight, I believe you've seen this before, correct?
That's...
What is it? A blackmail letter. That's what it looks like from the contents. Blackmail? Yes. Basically, it says, bring $50,000. That certainly sounds like blackmail, alright. At the time of the theft, Mr. Delight was dealing with the blackmailer himself. In KB Security CEO office, a full half an hour away from the scene of the crime. 7. No. 7 cups of coffee. Order! So when the theft of the urn occurred, the defendant was at KB Security. Looks like a perfect case for the defense. You may see it as a perfect case, Judge, but to me... Well, let's just say that my Godo blend number 107 impresses me a lot more. What are you trying to say? You say that the thief was being blackmailed by the CEO of a security company. But did you actually investigate the CEO at all? Well, no, I guess not. Accusing a man of blackmail with no proof? I'm not sure what I think of that.
Not sure what I think of that? At least I know what I think of you.
Good point. I'm not sure what I think of it myself. You claim that the defendant entered the CEO's office, but you will need at least one witness to corroborate Your claim, Mr. Wright.
Nick, I think we're going to have to track down the CEO guy.
No? No, we don't have to track down the CEO at all.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright?
There's someone else who can testify. This is the person who can testify that the keycard was used at 1 a.m. that night, and that person happens to be my friend Larry Butts. Take that! Who is this useless-looking young man? He is the first guy in Phoenix Wright Part 1. You don't remember him, Your Honor? Not exactly. But just looking at his picture makes the bios start to rise in my throat. Hence the name.
Looks like he doesn't remember the case from 2 years ago.
Probably blocked out all that memory on purpose. Anyway, this man was working at a guard at KB Security that night. Oh. The question at hand is this keycard.
Yep, that's the keycard they used in the building work. According to the serial number, this one is for the CEO office. You need to get into that room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record. Yeah, it tells you exactly who entered the room and when.
As you can see, there's no need to investigate the CEO of KB Security. We should be able to discover the truth simply by analyzing this key card's data. 8. He was already on set. Well, Mr. Godo, the name of the CEO of KB Security is Kane Blood. I was unable to contact him directly, but I got the keycard data here. So what does it show? Each keycard has its own serial number and they leave detailed records of their use. According to this data, this card was used at 1 a.m. on the morning of the crime. Well, that means it can't be Mr. Delight dressed as Mask DeMasque in this photo. It looks like you're right. 2 minutes isn't even enough time to brew a good cup of joe. So then 9. Ron Delight was clearly in the office of KB Security CEO. Ron Delight was clearly in the office of KB Security CEO at the time of the crime. The prosecutor's office is ready to admit that fact. Therefore, it's impossible for the defendant to be Mask DeMasque.
Good job! You did it, Nick!
That's enough! I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Yeah, you said that before. Besmirching him with the title of thief! You said that again. What's wrong, Your Honor? I'm ready to pass judgment. But before I do that, do you have any further objections? No, Your Honor. Very well. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight, not guilty! Court is now adjourned. October 13th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 4.
Nick, you did it! You're right after all! Actually, I'm a little bit ashamed of myself.
Nicky boy.
Oh, Mr. Light.
I knew you could do it. I believed in you all along, Nicky boy. I don't know how I can ever repay you.
Aw, shit.
shucks. Thanks, Mr. Light. I know I'm just blushing. I just know I'm blushing.
Congratulations, Mr. Dutch!
Oh, pearls! Got a bad feeling about this.
Who is this woman?
Oh, she's nobody. She's just...
You're bossy! How dare you do this in front of Mr. Maya? You should be ashamed of yourself!
What the fuck was this for? Oh, she slapped me! Pearly. This woman is Miss Desiree Delight. She's our client's wife.
Mr. Nick!
Yes?
You're even worse than I thought! Going behind the back and you're all crying!
What the fuck? No! You've got all my...
I forgive you!
Damn, 2 in 1 shot? Oh, double slap. Pearl, use double slap. It's super effective.
Well, anyway, all's well that's in well, right? We got the secret urn back and the thief has been caught.
You're so right, and it's all thanks to Nicky Boy here.
But actually, it was you, Mr. Light, that brought us our urn back. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Oh, please. You're embarrassing me. If we won the case... Then why does this guy look so glum? But I am the thief. Actually, what's the fuck? What is it, honey? I did my best for you, Ronnie. I know that, and I appreciate it, Desi. But the thing is... Come on, give the kid some time. He's just got a little touch of the blues. You know about feeling blue, right, amigo? Mr. Godo, what are you doing here? Oh, come on. I just came here to say thanks to my newest buddy. You, Mr. Wright. Maybe you should learn my name before you call me buddy. Well, playtime's over. Early this morning, the body of Kane Bullard was discovered.
Kane Bullard? I haven't heard that name before.
He was the CEO of KB Security, dear.
Isn't that the name of the CEO of KB Security?
I just said that.
The body?
The estimated time of death was 1 a.m. on October 12th. 1 a.m. on October 12th? You don't mean... That's right, amigo. At the time, that a cheap little urn was being stolen. The CEO of KB Security was being murdered. So then, what are you doing here? Oh, come on. You figured it out already, haven't you, amigo? Or have you already forgotten about that piece of info I helped you out with today? Help me out? What? On October 12th at 1 o'clock in the morning, Ron DeLight was in the CEO's office, the scene of the murder. After getting that blackmail letter, he must have been imbued with utter rage.
What are you saying? Imbued with rage?
Oh, come on. Don't tell me you didn't know it. Ron DeLight was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. An employee of KB Security? It looks like the alibi that saved him from being convicted as a thief is going to be the noose that gets him hanged. Kind of an anti-alibi.
No way.
He can't be the thief because he was at the murder scene when the murder occurred.
And no, that's a lie. It can't be true.
Oh, but I am a thief, I tell you. Ron DeLight, you're going back to prison again. This time the charge is much more serious. This time, you'll be tried for murder. What? This is impossible! I'm looking forward to another exciting showdown, Mr. Wright. You and I aren't through with each other yet. I suppose so, Cyclops. Surely you won't back down from a challenge. You've never been a coward.
Mr. Nick, is there something personal between you two?
Not in that way, Pearl, not in that way. I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. At least let me have some fun while I'm here. This guy, who the heck is he? He may be quiet, but he's the most dangerous enemy I've ever faced. Well then, time to say goodbye to Mr. Delight.
Nick, how could this be happening?
Right in front of our very eyes, our client has been arrested for murder. And the one who established his presence at the scene was me.
Ronnie!
Arrested for murder on the very same day he's declared innocent of larceny. What the heck's going to happen What the heck's going to happen next? Well, I guess we're going to find that out on the next exciting episode of Let's Play Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations. Stay tuned for the next part.